small audience, they're not really anxious to build a big audience. They freak out because mom or dad or college admissions officer or prospective employer reads their blog and stuff like that. But more than 30% of teenagers keep their own blogs now. More than half read blogs. And one of the frustrations on the other side of the research equation that I'm experiencing now, it's really hard to talk to people about blogging. To ask them to keep a blog and to ask them to read blogs. Because blogging is baked into social networking sites. And so when you get back to teenagers and you ask them if they're a blogger, it's no, I don't do that, but I write these little posts on my social network, my Facebook account. It's the blogging part. They're using the blogging function. They're all blogging by Facebook, but they don't think of themselves as bloggers anymore. So I think our data are probably vastly underreporting the number of teenage bloggers that there are. And on the blog reading side now, it's the same experience that a lot of us have, where the blog sites, in many cases, are so well designed and so well run, they look like standard media sites or really sophisticated websites, and there's no real telling if you are sort of a student of URL about whether you're going to use the blogging software, or you're reading something with the blogging software, or not. Well, my son was in third grade, math good. He's late math good, turns 10 this August, this coming August. The data on this are a little sketchy, so I'm putting it as an about function because I think there's lots more peer-to-peer sharing going on and lots more file downloading going on. But from our public sources of data, we get that about a third of teenagers find new songs, downloading about a third use peer-to-peer sites. And we are now beginning to pick up, particularly with older teenagers and college students and young adults, that there's the very beginning, we're going to start asking about it soon, of a lifestyle that's essentially a peer-to-peer or a downloading lifestyle that separates people from cable TV. It separates them from even thinking about broadcast television, stuff like that. They are looking at television programming on the web. They are finding recommendations from their peer-to-peer sites. They are abandoning, in some cases, their TV, sometimes their cable subscriptions and stuff like that. And so that's sort of an emerging thing that we are going to be thinking about pretty soon. But speaking of sort of changed relationships to TV, when my son was in third grade, Evo came on the market. And today, we're guessing, again, because we know about people availability in households, DVR availability in households, there might be as many as 50% of teenagers have DVRs in their households and do time shifting when they are accessing TV someday. So, my son gets into 5th grade, he's in 11. Wikipedia comes on the market, and today, certainly well over half of teenagers use Wikipedia. When my son was in 6th grade, I remember one of the things he was asking for as a graduation present was today, more than almost 3/4 of teenagers have MP3 players. So 7th and 8th grade, he's getting into middle school, and this is when things start really getting funky online. The social networking revolution really sort of takes off with the creation of MySpace and Facebook. Nowadays, it's a number we haven't captured recently enough for me to have confidence in our existing numbers. So I'm guessing that well over 70% of teenagers use social networking sites. And in the context of the last panel discussion and even the panel before it, one of the things that I would be interested in hearing about in the next CES is the degree to which that one of the responses to this environment where there's all sorts of new ways and new flows of information coming into people's lives. I love the point you made about simplifying life. I mean, there are going to be tools that are being announced here, and they're certainly going to be announced during the coming year, that are going to allow people a little bit more sensibly to manage their social networks and to manage the communications flows in their life. They'll probably have to be done on the network, on the social network sites themselves, but they certainly will be provided by others. When my son was in 7th grade, Delicious came on the market, and we think that up to 50% of teenagers tag content.